كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سوى.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Beloved ones, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So inshallah ta'ala, today's video will be a continuation of the first one, and we'll be looking at the entire application process very briefly and what happens once you get accepted at the University of Madinah. So firstly, the most important thing before we do anything in our lives is what? It's the intention, the niyyah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says regarding knowledge in a hadith, من سلك طريقا يلتمس فيه علما سهل الله له به طريقا إلى الجنة. It's very beautiful, Jama'at al-Muslimin. It's something we should all strive towards. Rasulullah alayhi wa sallam says that whoever treads a path seeking knowledge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through his striving, through his hardship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sahal Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes his path to Jannah easy for him. So I'll just put the link of the website again here at the bottom. You just go onto the website and you follow all the steps, but I'll be briefly mentioning all the things you need. So starting off, you'll need a passport. So if you don't have a passport yet, you need to go to Home Affairs and you need to apply for a passport. Okay, because you can't do the application without a passport number. Then, among the other things you'll need with regards to actually filling out the document part of the application, you'll need your matric results and your actual matric certificate. Don't worry if you haven't complete matric yet, because when I applied in grade 11. So I didn't have my matric certificate yet. What you can do in that case is you can use your latest results. So if you got your grade 11 June report or your December report, you can use that inshallah ta'ala in your application. But obviously you have to update it as soon as you get your matric certificate. The third thing you need, inshallah, is 2 testimonials. So it's a testimonial, a letter written by one of the graduates of the Islamic University of Madinah. For people in Cape Town and in Joburg, you can go to your ulama body. So for us in Cape Town, it will be the MJC, and inshallah ta'ala they'll be able to help you out with the 2 testimonials you need. Thereafter, they'll have a section where you can post any other degrees or any other certificates you did. So for example, if you completed your hifz and you have a hifz shahada certificate, then you post that. If you did any other courses in Arabic or at any other places, post that as well, because it will increase your chances of getting into the university. So once you've completed the entire application, again, make sure you follow the steps that the website shows you. Once you've completed the application, there's nothing left for you to do except make dua. So you supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on a daily basis. And what helps is if you set your alarm just an hour before Fajr Salah, and you wake up, so you have to wake up for Fajr anyway. So what you do is you set it an hour earlier, and then you wake up and you make tahajjud. You ask, Ya Allah, accept me for your cause, Ya Allah, for the sake of your deen, Ya Allah. And you supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sincerely from the heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never reject the dua that's sincere. So alhamdulillah, a year goes by and you look at your application, you will gradually see that the application status, so you will get a number, application number. Once you type in your application number, you'll be able to track your status of your application. So just before you get accepted, your application will say, application under consideration. And from there it will go, application under differentiation, something to that effect. And then you will eventually, alhamdulillah, get your mabruk message. You've been accepted at the Islamic University of Madinah. And that's my dua for everybody that applies. Inshallah ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must accept you. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. So the process, we have 2 processes. The one is before you get accepted, and the one is after you get accepted. And the most stressful one is the one that happens after you get accepted. So you've had sabr now for so many years, so many months. You just have to have sabr a little bit longer, Jama'at al-Muslimin. You know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, فَاصْبِرْ صَبْرًا جَمِيلًا. So persevere, have that sabr, because indeed patience is beautiful. And obviously imagine the result of your patience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows you to study in the holy city of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You have to go through after getting accepted is basically getting your visa. So because you can't travel to Saudi Arabia from South Africa or wherever you are without having the valid visa. So before you have the visa, you need to have a medical checkup done, and you need to have a police clearance certificate. So the police clearance certificate, I suggest you start with that first, because it takes about 3 months if you don't expedite it. So 3 months for the police clearance certificate, and you can get that in Pretoria. You can go to the visa places office, and the company that we use for the visas is called VFS Tasheel, and that is in the APSA building in town. That's VFS Tasheel in the APSA building in town. And you can actually go to them and they'll have your police clearance certificate sorted for you, but you have to do your other things by yourself. So your medical checkups, what you need with regards to your medical check. Firstly, you need the general checkup from your doctor certificate saying that you don't, a doctor's report saying that you don't have any illnesses, no contagious diseases that you have that you can spread to other students when you come. And obviously your weight has to be nice, you don't have any blood pressure problems and so forth. Secondly, you need an X-ray. So all these things can be done in one day. You need to get an X-ray, your normal check-up from your GP, and blood test. So all of this, if you put the day aside, you can do it from the morning, inshallah ta'ala, and you can finish sometime in the afternoon. You can do all of it on one day, Ameen Rabbil Alameen. So you need this before you can go to VFS and say, okay, these are all the things, I have everything ready, get me my visa. So the last thing you do is you go to VFS, you'll apply. It's also a tedious and long process, but alhamdulillah, everybody's experiences differ. I can remember that I probably spent a month trying to sort my paperwork out alone. And when I left Madinah, it was in a 2-day, 3-day notice that I had. All your things are sorted out, you have all your documents, all your medical reports, all the results are back. You go to VFS and you apply for your visa. And you'll get a student visa. Once you come to the kingdom, then the Jamia will get you something called an Iqamah. And that's the resident card that you have, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, eventually when VFS is complete, you have your visa in your hand, you are ready to travel to the blessed city of Madinah al-Munawwarah. What you have to do before traveling, you can't get your ticket via the university's website. You will have to go through one of the students. So you'll speak to whoever's in charge of the South African students at that specific time, and then they will get your ticket for you. So in the last few days that you have in Cape Town or wherever you are in South Africa, spend as much time as you can with family and friends, because you're going to be away for 6-7 months at a time, and it does get to you. The missing of your family does get to you. So you only notice what you have back at home once it's taken away from you. Yes, you're in the city of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Everything is great here, but home is where the heart is. So you miss your family a lot. So you make as much time, you spend as much time with him as you can, inshallah ta'ala. And this is also part of the test. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test you in many different ways. So inshallah guys, I hope this video was of benefit to you all. And I make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease your task. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must make us all sincere in everything we do. If we have any questions, feel free to email me at mk25@gmail.com. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And I will reply as soon as I can, inshallah ta'ala. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه.